Am I the meanest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Pawn's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
Who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pawn's drunk. AKA Mr. Moo Woo Shine himself.
Of Harlem.
What up, dímelo, mi gente? Que lo que? Y'all already know this is Pawn Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moo Shine himself, aka el adobo, el sazón, el borracho, el pastor de boxeo. My people, my people, my people. Yeah, we got to talk about this. Yeah. We got to talk about this. Hold on. Let's see if they sent some notifications. I don't think they sent notifications on this one, man. I drop too many videos a day. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if there's some notification on this one. I should have just Nah, they ain't send notifications, y'all. They ain't send notifications, man. When I went live yesterday, what time I went live yesterday? I probably went live too late yesterday. Already put too many videos up. That's what it is. Well, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like. Let's see where we at. Hold on.
Go for grub up.
Hold on. Dímelo, Justin. Justin A. Moonshine from South Florida. What's good? Man, ain't send no notifications right now. Shit, let me promote it though. Smash the like button on your way in. Hey, promote this. Oops. My brothers, my sisters. Y'all already know, man. We in fight week coming up. Damn, did you see the fight with Joe Joyce and Zhang? Damn it, I didn't think it's gonna end like that, man. He surprised me, to keep it real, man. He surprised me, man. I don't know if it was the offense again that surprised me by the big bang, or if it was the lack of defense and IQ of Joe Joyce. He just didn't want to stay off the. He couldn't get away from the left hand. This shit is crazy. It's crazy. Now, what time did I go live yesterday? I should have waited longer, man. Let me see. What time I went live? Late. Woo! Shout out to Teofimo Lopez Sr. He joined us last night on the live. Let me see if people gonna show up today. If it's not, then we shut it off today. We'll shut it off today. You see the thumbnail, read the title. We're gonna be talking about why you may think that Teofimo Lopez been backstabbed. I believe that Teofimo Lopez been backstabbed by the boxing industry, promoters, networks, and stuff like that. Even hardcore boxing fans that should identify the truth and enable the BS. And we're gonna be talking about that. But as another one of the biggest fight in the sport of boxing is going to be this upcoming Saturday, Las Vegas, Nevada. We got Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, one of the biggest fights, so probably the biggest fight in the sport of boxing here in America. And I want to thank Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis for negotiating this deal and finalizing this deal. Sign, seal, and deliver for the boxing fans, not only for the boxing fans, but for the casuals as well. That's gonna be introduced to boxing, or it's just gonna come to the boxing world and sustain the eyeballs in the sport of boxing and keep boxing the boxing sport interesting. And I think that this is probably the only fight that can actually cross over to a wider audience like no other fight over here. Now, of course, we got some good fights that could have happened. We could have had Earl Spence versus Bud Crawford, but I still don't even think that Bud Crawford or Earl Spence could do what Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia could do. Mendez, Berenice Mendez, que lo que, dímelo. My boy looking like he about to be skiing out here in the hot weather. Looking like Macho Man Randy Savage when he told Elizabeth, will you marry me? Ay, pues si Javante Davis se puede poner estos lentes, yo me puedo poner estos lentes también. No me puedo poner un bonito, I'm styling the profiling. Ric Flair, woo, looking like Bret Hart. Oh man, I got the windows up, kind of chilly. But yeah, again, the biggest fight. I know everybody gonna be talking about this. The whole community should be talking about it because it's the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. You feel me? Gotta give credit where credit is due. Shout out to The Zone, shout out to Showtime, shout out to Steven Espinoza, shout out to Al Heyman, shout out to Oscar De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins, Eric Gomez, everybody that made this fight possible. Shout out to Henry Garcia, Joe Goosen, Calvin Ford. You know what I'm saying? Leonard Ellaby, he has something to do with it. Floyd Mayweather to build to Javante Davis as well. Adrian Broner for introducing Javante Davis to Floyd Mayweather, so Floyd Mayweather can build him up. You feel me? Everybody, y'all. Everybody. Because this is the big fight. This is the big dance. Now, I know we also got other couple of fights out there. We do have in May 20th, we do got Devin the Dream Haney versus Vasily Lomachenko. We do have the cash cow of sport of boxing back in the ring, Mexico, 50,000 already sold down. Canelo Alvarez, aka King Nelo, aka Cartelo, aka Cash Kelo, aka Payday, aka Get the fuck out of here, man. Smash the like button. They ain't send no notifications, so smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all already know the drill. Smash the like button. All right, kiss the like button, give a hickey to the like button. Y'all ain't gonna be smashing nothing nice. The best thing you could do right now is just smash the like button. That's what you could do best. At least make the like button come. All right, because your girl ain't giving nothing, ain't giving you nothing. Teapot in the building, Low Nose Boxing in the building. What's good, Edwin in the building? What's good, Funk in the building? What's good, man? He said punch with the big pun goggles. Shout out to Big Pun, R.I.P. Shout out to DMX, R.I.P. You know, Tupac, Biggie, R.I.P. You feel me? Ladies and gentlemen, boxing is good. Boxing is great. 3 months, and it's gonna be incredible. Y'all already know June 10th. We got Teofimo Lopez, the former lightweight undisputed. We're gonna be talking about that as well. Josh Taylor, the former undisputed, never lost, undefeated. We're gonna be talking about that. I feel that Teofimo Lopez begins backstabbed. Everything just coming now through fruition. And I hope, and I've been saying this for quite some time. Now, I don't want people to come, I don't want people, the powers that be, to get mad at Punch Drunk. I ain't gonna give you no media credentials. Punch Drunk, you saying this, you don't deserve to be in the building and stuff like that. Just hear me out. Don't get mad at me. Hear your boy out. We see Jamel Charlo do IG Live. He's probably gonna be back in the ring. Hopefully, I want to see Demetrius Andre versus Jamal Charlo. Demetrius Andre, I believe is a great fight. I believe they need that fight. Hopefully, it could come down through fruition. Hopefully, they could sign a deal. We haven't seen Jamal Charlo in the ring for quite some time. We know, and I believe they need each other more than ever. David Benavidez don't know who he's going to be fighting next, but of course, he got a 3-fight deal with PBC. Samson Likowitz, and hopefully he can fight one of these guys. Hopefully he can fight. Morrell's going to be fighting very, very soon as well on the undercard of Javante Davis. So I don't know if he's going to fight David Benavidez next, but David Benavidez got good quality opponent in front of him. We heard earlier this week about Bivol's manager trying to say, and I spoke about this, Bivol's manager only wants the rematch with Canelo Alvarez only wants the rematch with Canelo Alvarez if Dimitri Bivol goes to the 168. That's the only way they could get that type of matchup. And I said, that's daring to be dumb, dare to be stupid. You know what I'm saying? We don't give props, and we don't give major props to the guy that's coming trying to come back down and beat the little guy that you already beat. No. Canelo Alvarez wants to go back to the 175 in which he won the title before versus Kovalev, and he want to get back, and he don't want to drain you. He don't want to shrink you. You know what I'm saying? Pause. He want to go over there. But then I understand that Dimitri Bivol, and look, I'm gonna say it like this, folks. Smash the like button. I don't think nobody's talking about this, but I'm gonna come out with a video with this. The boxing world is giving a pass to Dimitri Bivol. The boxing world is giving a pass to Dmitry Bivol and Arturo Beterbiev, because I know in this community, oh man, every channel was on Earl Spence or Bud Crawford's neck. Whether you will side with Earl Spence or you will side with Bud Crawford, the whole boxing world is on their neck. And I don't hear nobody coming with the same energy when it comes to Dmitry Bivol and Beterbiev. Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol is the #1 fight, one of the primary fights in the sport of boxing, in the lightweight division as well. And we don't hear nobody shaming nobody for this undisputed bout. And I want to know why. Why y'all can't keep the same energy? Why? What happened? Because the algorithm don't work. If you talk about Dmitry Bivol, Beterbiev, I'm talking about fellow boxing content creators. Why is there no shame? Why is there no push? Why aren't we in their necks? Why? Because it doesn't have a market in the YTBC? Because it doesn't have a following in YTBC, because spinning the narrative ain't gonna help your channel. It's not a lucrative narrative. That's what it is. But let's be real, let's be honest. If we could be on the neck of Earl Spence and Bud Crawford, why we aren't in the neck of Dmitry Bivol and Beterbiev? Nah. I don't want Dmitry Bivol to fight Canelo Alvarez. I understand why Canelo Alvarez want to fight Dmitry Bivol, but I don't think that Dmitry Bivol should just go seek a Canelo Alvarez. Your ass should be seeking Arturo Beterbiev, and Beterbiev should be doing it vice versa. All right? I want to see Bivol, Beterbiev, and I want us as a collective boxing fan base to let's put the same energy like we do to others. I don't even see the same energy when it comes to Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. I don't see the same energy. The weigh in the building was good. The weigh in boxing in the building. Everybody subscribe to my boy, the weigh in. I don't see nobody putting the same energy to Bivol and Beterbiev. Can you imagine if Earl the True Spence says, you know what? He's not look how we was mad at Bud Crawford for not fighting Earl the True Spence, leaving the negotiation table and fighting David Avanesian. Can you imagine if Earl the True Spence leave the negotiation table, and then go fight Arnold Barboza in 140? Say, I'm gonna go down to fight Arnold Barboza. Oh, matter of fact, let's pick a champion. You know what? I'm gonna go down and fight Puello. I'm going to go to the 140 pounds and fight Puello, and I want to become a 2-division world champion. What we would have said about Earl the True Spence. So Dmitry Bivol, he wants to go back down and fight a champion and stuff like that. You already beat Canelo Alvarez, so why you want to go down? Why you want to be a weight bully? We don't respect the weight bully in the sport of boxing. Let's not change the rules now. We don't respect weight bullies in the sport of boxing. I got to come on the panel one day if you will have me on. Of course, my brother. Of course, let's set that thing up. Set that thing up, my brother. You already know. You my guy. What you think about it? The weigh-in? Do you feel there's some energy in in this boxing community? Do you think that we keep the same energy on Bivol and Beterbiev? I don't hear a bunch of channels and debates going at it. Nah, Beterbiev is ducking. Nah, he's scared. Nah, he pussy. Nah, he this. Vice versa. Nah, Bivol is scared. Bivol is pussy. Bivol is this. And a whole month of narrative pushing and stuff like that. Oh, because it's not lucrative enough, huh? What is it? We talk about Bivol versus Canelo Alvarez more than we talk about Bivol versus Beterbiev. Why? Nah. We gonna give you that pass, Bivol. We're not gonna give you that pass. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna give you that pass, just like I never gave Triple G that pass for waiting on Canelo Alvarez. Everybody was getting critiqued. Demetrius Andre got critiqued. Benavidez got critiqued. Charlo got critiqued, but Triple G never got critiqued for getting a pass by the boxing world, by the boxing fans. Waiting on Canelo Alvarez, fighting Steve Rose, fighting the other guy that he got the title. I even forgot his name. We don't even know his name. And then going to Japan to fight Murata, the weakest of all champions. Y'all remember when y'all pulled that plug, when y'all pulled that narrative on Canelo Alvarez, but we can't do it. We can't do it with Triple G. Picking the weakest of all champions. We can't do it with Triple G. He didn't want to fight Charlo. He didn't want to fight Demetrius Andre. He was waiting on Canelo Alvarez, just like y'all was shaming others for waiting on Canelo Alvarez, waiting for the Willy Wonka ticket. But nobody said that about Triple G. And then Triple G got the Canelo Alvarez, went up and got Canelo Alvarez fight the trilogy where we didn't even ask for the fight. But ain't nobody was saying nothing. It seems like in this community, people just want to hold people accountable when it caters to their narrative, when it caters to their argument. I don't see people keeping the same energy when it comes to Beterbiev and Bivol. Teofimo, Kings of the Commonwealth in the building. What's good, man? One of the members of Punch Drunk Boxing. Kings of the Commonwealth. Teofimo, viva Honduras. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see what we got with the like button right now, man. We got 18 in the building. 18 in the building. What's good? 18 likes in the building. I know the notification wasn't sent out. I know that. Let me see. Now, the notification never was sent out. It's all right, man. We still cooking. Still cooking. El pastor predicando, ya tú sabes, mi hermano Gots. Mira, te gustan los lentes. Los lentes. I wanted to do a video about this, but I feel like, it needed a nice I needed to be very clear about this content, about this topic. Teofimo Lopez. The reason why I call Teofimo Lopez, and I've been calling Teofimo Lopez the captain of the generation, the commander-in-chief, why I say that Teofimo Lopez is the high risk in the sport of boxing. Dímelo, Lalo Román. Se ofrenda para el pastor de boxeo. Hey, mi hermano, da la ofrenda, señor. Everybody, gracias, Lalo Román. Esta gente no sabe cuando van para la iglesia, tienen que dar ofrenda, los te poseen. Espera, la ofrenda está aquí también. Vamos a poner la ofrendita. Espera. Joro. Espera, la ofrenda está aquí también. Espera, excuse me. Check it out. Check it out. Gracias, Lalo. Gracias de lo mío. La ofrenda está aquí. All right. La ofrenda está aquí. Espera. Ok. The Holy Ghost done tell me everything's gonna be all right. Oh, the Holy Ghost done tell me everything's gonna be all right. Come on, sing it. Yeah, the Holy Ghost done told me everything's gonna be all right. Yeah, be all right, be all right. Now be all right. I got a feeling everything's gonna be all right. Be all right. I'll be all right. Ya tú sabes, mi gente, ahí da la ofrenda, Everything gonna be all right. But anyway, so one thing that I respect, why I massively respect Teofimo Lopez. One thing I never had to tell Teofimo Lopez, or as a fan, that you need to fight the best. Teofimo Lopez out the gate was calling out for the best. Teofimo Lopez's dad, 3 years before fighting Lomachenko, was saying that we want to fight Lomachenko. In his 6th and 7th fight, Teofimo Lopez was calling out Lomachenko. Teofimo Lopez Sr. was calling out Lomachenko. Well, for the most part, he said that his son is going to be a champion of 15 fights, and that happened. It came to fruition. Speak it, believe it, receive it. That's what Teofimo Lopez did. Teofimo Lopez's resume is not a padded resume. Even there's a lot of young fighters that we respect right now that got padded resume right now. Brandon Lee's one of the youngest fighters as well. The same age as Teofimo Lopez. Got like 20 plus fights. 17 of those fights was fighting guys that don't even have a winning record. One of my favorite fighters of this era, Jerome Boots Ennis, got 30 fights. 30 fights. 28, 29, 30 fights. Fighting, I don't know. Custio Clayton. Sergey Lipinyak coming up from 140 pounds. And the last guy, I don't even know his name. Had a girl's name. Right? But I'm a big fan, huge fan of Jerome Boots Ennis. Teofimo Lopez won his title with 15 fights. And the thing is, he didn't want it easy. Let's recap a little bit what Teofimo Lopez has done in a short period of time. Remember, there was supposed to be a tournament at the WBC in which there's other people, there's narrative pushes that be like, but Teofimo Lopez left Teofimo Lopez left the WBC and the tournament they were supposed to have and stuff like that. He could afford Devin the Dream Haney. Let's be real, let's be honest. Teofimo Lopez was gunning for Lomachenko, and Devin Haney was gunning for Lomachenko. As a matter of fact, to get in position for Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez actually took the hardest route. See, people don't know that. A lot of people want to talk about, he left. He could have had Devin Haney and Teo could have fought a long time ago because it was a tournament. Teofimo Lopez was supposed to be fighting Fortuna. If he beat Fortuna, he fights Devin Haney. Devin Haney was supposed to be fighting Abdulov, and then they would have fought, and then they would have been positioned to get Lomachenko. But let's be real. Let's be honest. Nobody has earned anything really big in that in the lightweight division. Not not Saul Abdulov, not Devin Haney, not Teo, and not Javier Fortuna, not in the lightweight division. But what did Teofimo Lopez actually do? He went to the IBF to get Lomachenko. Now, where they was at, what's the hardest route? Going through Nakatani, Richard Comey, and then get Lomachenko, or going through the WBC route where nobody really earned anything. People forget that Teofimo Lopez had to go through a champion to get Lomachenko. If he was gonna stay in the WBC, he was not gonna go through a champion. It's actually the easier route. On paper, it was the easier route to get to a Lomachenko. Teofimo Lopez took the hardest route, so went to the IBF, beat Nakatani, and then had to be a champion to get a shot at Lomachenko. Not to be a mandatory, because look what happened. Remember, in the WBC, you could be you could have been in a mandatory spot, but the WBC already stated that Lomachenko was not going to be mandated. That Teofimo Lopez left the IBF route. Went to the IBF route. And Teofimo Lopez needed to become a champion. You know how many discussions I be having to people, and they be like, "Hey, yo, but Teofimo Lopez's only thing was Lomachenko win." No. Teofimo Lopez won the title versus a respectable champion. Defended his title. His first time defending it was against versus Lomachenko. And the second defense was Kambosa. But people think that he's like a one-hit wonder. I'm going to tell you the truth. The only one-hit wonder right now, and I don't mean to disrespect, but the one-hit wonder right now is Haney. He only beat one guy. That's it. He only beat the title winner. That's it. He defended versus the same guy. Now, this is his real first defense. This is Devin Haney's real first defense. He got past his first defense and one of the top lightweights in the sport of boxing. Yeah, but right now, that's the one-hit wonder right now. That's the one-hit wonder right now. I'm not saying exactly that he can't be, but saying Lomachenko. I'm just saying what it is. Teofimo Lopez beating Richard Comey to get Lomachenko was the hardest route. He knocked out the champion in the second round. He earned to get Vasily Lomachenko the hard way. Pause. He earned the fight with Vasily Lomachenko the hard way. Pause. And we got to remember, when he was going to be fighting Vasily Lomachenko, I'm going to tell you like this. Take notes. Vasily Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez was supposed to be on May 30th in Madison Square Garden, pay-per-view. Vasily Lomachenko was supposed to get $3 to $7 million for that fight. Teofimo Lopez was promised to get $3 million for that fight. The pandemic happened. So they decided, man, damn, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez. Then they said, you got to take it or leave it deal. Yeah, you fight for the Vasily Lomachenko, but now we're going to pay you $1 million or 1.1, 1.2 million. They went from what he was going to get promised was going to be $3 million, and Vasily Lomachenko was going to get $6 to $7 million. It was going to be pay-per-view, Madison Square Garden, May 30th. Pandemic happened. They had to reschedule the whole thing, and Teofimo Lopez and Vasily Lomachenko fought in the bubble, in which Teofimo Lopez got 1.11 million. He ain't even left. He ain't even pocketed $1 million. He pocketed $600,000 on the biggest fight of his life. Undisputed. the way that it was marketed and the way that we understood it at the same time. Let's be real. Let's be honest. The biggest fight in the lightweight division, the number one and number two, the lineal, the top dogs, the best fight in the best is what we ask fighters to do. Am I right or am I wrong? That's what we ask fighters to do. Fight the best, fight the best. Best versus the best. Lightweight, Teofimo Lopez, Vasily Lomachenko. In the welterweight division is Bud Crawford versus Earl the Chew Spence. In the light heavyweight division is Beterbiev versus Bivol. In the heavyweight division is Usyk versus Tyson Fury. The best fight the best. And in the junior welterweight, it was Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez. The best fight the mother effing best. That's what we preach. That's what we preach. We didn't need to over-marinate the fight. Did Teofimo Lopez or Vasily Lomachenko over-marinated the fight? No. Did they had to build the fight? No. Teofimo Lopez beat Richard Comey. Lomachenko before that beat Luke Campbell. Let's get it on. The best fight, the best. That's it. That's one thing about Teofimo Lopez. We did not marinate no damn fight. He don't marinate no goddamn fight like Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. No, he didn't marinate the fight with Bivol, Beterbiev right now that we didn't know if they're gonna get it. No, he didn't even had to marinate the fight like Canelo Alvarez and Triple G was. It wasn't even that long. But Teofimo Lopez went straight for the best, the underdog. The underdog. Smash the like button. We preaching out here, damn it. The underdog. And let's make this clear. We're going to break down facts. And this is the reason why I believe that Teofimo Lopez got backstabbed by the business handlers, by the powers that be, and also by certain people that call themselves hardcore boxing fans. You have let Teofimo Lopez down, y'all. You have left Teofimo Lopez down when this young man was all about legacy reigning supreme, that he wanted to bring the retro back into the sport of boxing. It was Teofimo Lopez that started it all. It was Teofimo Lopez that was risking it all. It was Teofimo Lopez that was taking chances in which his contemporary was not willing to take. Let's not forget that Teofimo Lopez did Gervonta Davis dirty work by fighting Vasily Lomachenko. Let's not forget that it was Teofimo Lopez that went to the IBF where the WBC stated that Lomachenko was not going to be mandated. He went to the IBF, took the harder route, took the blue collar route, took the honest route. And let's not forget, they gave him a take it or leave it deal. Teofimo Lopez wasn't happy with the purse. He understood the magnitude of the fight, so he took that little skimpy purse compared to what he was promised because it was legacy reign supreme. In my channel, I would say legacy reign supreme. I remember I did a video when there was a potential that Teofimo Lopez was not going to feel that was not going to take that fight because he felt like he was getting devalued because they said the other guy that was on the table, it was a take it or leave it deal. If you don't take this deal, Teofimo Lopez, we're going to give this fight for Felix Verdejo. Felix Verdejo versus Lomachenko. They didn't give him a raise to the point where it's a take it or leave it deal. They decided to take the fight with Lomachenko. Matter of fact, they say, you know what? It's best for Teo and Loma to fight when the things open up. They approach him with that type of idea. And Teofimo Lopez said, no. We're not letting go of Lomachenko. This is my dream. This is my dream. Let's move a little bit back so we can move a little bit forward. Vasily Lomachenko got elevated as his franchise champion. We all remember that. We don't like the title. We never liked the title. We never liked the enhancement or the elevation of Lomachenko to become a franchise. Didn't need to happen. Didn't need to happen because the unified trumps the mandatory, right? And there was no mandatory anyway. There was nothing ordered. Devin Haney was in position to be a mandatory, but he was not a mandatory. It was not order or nothing like that. Smash the like button. I'm going to tell you how Teofimo Lopez got played. I'm going to tell you how Teofimo Lopez got disrespected. I'm going to tell you how Teofimo Lopez got devalued by the boxing, by the powers that be in the sport of boxing, by even the networks in the sport of boxing, and even the so-called hardcore boxing fans, when you left Teofimo Lopez in the island, in which you should identify who's the truth. You should identify who is trying to gain legacy, reign supreme, who is all for the people, by the people, and for the people. You guys have left Teofimo Lopez down in the island all by himself because you have became the casuals. You have adopted and enabled the politics of the sport of boxing. And I'm going to tell you how. You better listen to me. Smash the like. Smash the like. You think that Teofimo Lopez cared about the WBC franchise? He hated the WBC franchise just as much as we didn't like the WBC franchise. The issue was that Mauricio Sudom on the WBC stated to the world in several interviews and before the fight that Lomachenko has been elevated and is the supreme champion in the lightweight division, and the supreme champion in the WBC, that the franchise is elevated and is put above any belt in the WBC. So what Teofimo Lopez did say, wait. You telling me that the only way this is a real undisputed, if that's the title, is that the title I'm fighting for? Is this the new super title? Is put above? So you know what he told the WBC? That you better put that shit on the line. Yeah, Teofimo Lopez said, put that WBC franchise on the line because y'all saying that this is put above any world title, so put that shit on the line. I beat him for that shit too. Let's not forget, when Teofimo Lopez beat Vasily Lomachenko, he walked out with two WBC titles. He walked out the building with two WBC titles. Yeah, the franchise and the WBC belt. But we're going to be talking about it, how the industry played him. Because fast forward to today, I'm going to tell you how everything got played, how he got played. And how the world, how you fans identify what the fuck was going on. He put blood, sweat, and tears to fight Lomachenko. He did it for the fans, especially during the pandemic and the bubble. 4.2 million saw that fight. And the real ones, we say, was undisputed. Let's be real. Let's be honest. We know what it was. We know what it is. You was not supposed to, as a hardcore boxing fans, y'all was not supposed to act like y'all, like y'all didn't know what it was. Y'all identify the politics. Y'all identify the truth. But to fit a narrative, to spin a narrative, to cater to a narrative, you rather be fake to the boxer that did what we've been asking boxers to do. You failed Teofimo Lopez as hardcore boxing fans. You the one that said, oh, he's disputed. He's not real undisputed. You failed them. You enabled the narrative. You enabled the politics and the corruption of boxing that you complain about. But when it happened to a fighter that you may not like, you enable it. You enable the WBC. You enable them. What's good, Oscar? What's good, T-Pop? What's good? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like. Smash the like. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. And then when he beat Vasily Lomachenko, the golden goose of Top Rank, the golden goose of Top Rank ESPN, when Teofimo Lopez was about to fight, or was about the anticipation of him being mandated by George Camboso, he wanted his value. I'm the guy. I'm the man. I'm the man. I beat the golden goose. I beat the pound for pound. 1, 2, 3. You can flip it around. Vasily Lomachenko. Everybody in the boxing world is praising Teofimo Lopez, from Manny Pacquiao, Oscar de la Hoya, Roberto Duran, Tito Trinidad, sending videos to him and stuff like that, praising everybody. Even Bernard Hopkins says that he don't see nobody beating Teofimo Lopez. He's the real deal. He was the underdog, major underdog. A lot of people felt like he only had to punch his chance. I told the whole world that he was going to outbox Vasily Lomachenko. So now he should be valued because he was going to get paid almost $3 million to fight Vasily Lomachenko if it was going to take place May 30th in Madison Square Garden before the pandemic. So now that I beat the guy, now I'm valued. Now it's time, right? They say high risk, high reward. High risk, high reward. Bill Julián in the building. What's good? Mauricio Suleiman es un mafioso. Ese tipo sí. Yo no hablo mucho de ese tipo. Se me mata a mí. Shout out to Bill, man. Good looking out with a super chat, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. So he got the belt. He got everything. We identified he beat the man to be the man. He's the lineal champion. Now, he's in the negotiations with George Camboso. Probably going to be fighting in Australia. Going to be in the stadium. That was the first time you heard about $10 million. That was the first time you heard that it's going to be in the stadium. Right? Top Rank didn't really want to pay Teofimo Lopez to fight George Camboso, pay him the money that he's asking for. Remember, before the purse bid, there's some negotiations that the Belt Federation gives you a time to negotiate with the fighter before the purse bid is sent. They couldn't come with a deal because Top Rank did not want to pay Teofimo Lopez what he felt he deserved. David McWaters did an interview around January. I believe it was January 28th. I forgot what channel. And he said, if they just would have gave us $2 million to fight George Camboso, that's really that we was going to be happy with $2 million. Teofimo Lopez didn't want to go and take it a purse bid. He was forced to take it a purse bid because they was devaluing him. And the whole boxing world understood that was effed up for him to be devalued after what he did, stepped up, did what we've been asking fighters to do. And when we ask fighters to do and that they accomplish it, they exceed the expectations, matched and exceeded the expectations, you should be paid. High risk, high reward. Teofimo Lopez was supposed to be respected by Top Rank, paid by Top Rank. But what happened? No. So Teofimo Lopez, man, I got to take it a purse bid, man. So he took it a purse bid. And what happened? Triller, 6.2. Even his haters was congratulating Teofimo Lopez. That's what we want. Bet on yourself. Understand your value. You would tell that to your own kids. He understood his value. Purse bid 1, 6.2. People were surprised. And then people was actually looking at the Top Rank like sideways, like, why you ain't pay your boy? Teofimo Lopez had to pay for his own camp. Because, of course, they not Top Rank ain't doing the fight. So they ain't giving they ain't giving no type of budget for a camp. So he got to come out of pocket. Usually, the promotional company will give you camp fee. They'll probably give you what, 100,000, 200,000, depending on the magnitude of the fight. You know, Josh Taylor, when he fought Catterall, they pay 65% of the belt fee. So Teofimo Lopez, by taking it to purse bid and other people winning it, lo dejaron en banda. Go pay for your own camp. Go pay for your own belt fee. So you had to pay for it. And then what happened? Postponement after postponement after postponement. He was supposed to be having a fight. When was it? In the June. And then Floyd Mayweather said he's going to be fighting Logan Paul that Saturday. Damn, Floyd, why you going to take that date? Like, yo, y'all should just, why you got to take that date? Why you got to try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, cop block Teofimo Lopez. But of course, that's Teofimo Lopez. That's Floyd Mayweather. He got Gervonta Davis. So why you gotta try to make a same fight on the same place? That was the same date, same place, Florida. Come on, Floyd. And this is what I mean about he was getting backstabbed, not only by the powers that be, not only by the Belt Federation, not only by people that were supposed to be protecting him. I'm talking about the business hand that was supposed to be protecting Teofimo Lopez. And what happened? They postponed the fight. This young kid that's trying, that's doing, he ain't even trying, he's actually doing what we want fighters to do. Is go for the best, challenge yourself. And he did that. But when he did that, he was getting played by powers that be in the sport of boxing. And then here comes the fans. There's other fans that kept it real like me. And there's other fans that enable the BS. You started shaming them. He's not real undisputed. He not real undisputed. Bill, Julian said, who you think is the best promoter in the game? The best promoter in the game? In building fighters, I believe Bob Arum. In building fighters. In selling a fight, I like Oscar De La Hoya. In building, I like Bob Arum. And I think the guy that I believe that Eddie Hearn knows how to cross cultures, and I think he's a hard worker. I think he's a promoter. He promotes. I mean, he could say he know how to promote little fights into really big fights. I'm not gonna say big fights because I believe that he don't got a lot of fights compared to guys like, but what he did with the women, I don't think that anybody else could have done what he did with the women. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give massive credit to Eddie Hearn because he tapped a genre, not genre, but he tapped into the women boxing where people was not willing to support, invest in, and he did a hell of a job with that. So you got to give him kudos for doing something that other promoters just weren't willing to do or couldn't do, had the power or even the energy to do. So I do. Man, why you got my picture savage like that, man? How you gonna do that, man? Come on, bro. I ain't gonna do that, brother. You think it's the best promoter? So fast forward, not fast forward, but let's forward with that, right? So he got played by Floyd trying to sabotage his date, which eventually, when you sabotaging his date, you lingering, you're tampering with the possibility of this fight not gonna be as lucrative as it should be because you're doing a Logan Paul and a Floyd fight on the same day. So that right there actually tampered with Triller. It scared Triller off where they should have never been scared, but it was their first time doing a huge boxing event, and they didn't want to lose money. But guess what? More postponement, right? Then here comes Teofimo Lopez, and he had before that, he had the coronavirus. Then after the coronavirus, had postponement. Then Triller didn't want to do the fight. Triller didn't want to spend money on the fight. So guess what? You already know. Matchroom got it. So Triller played him because that was his highest payday. They paid him, and then when Eddie Hearn took the fight and DAZN took the fight, he actually got paid less. So he got played by Triller, he got played by Top Rank, and he got played. I'm gonna tell you like this: how he got played by the network, and how he got played by the WBC. The WBC also kept on saying that this is undisputed. But the WBC didn't do their due diligence to tell the other belt federation that this is their super title. They didn't want to do that because they wanted to munch on two pots. They wanted to munch on Teofimo Lopez, and they wanted to munch on Devin Haney. They wanted to munch on Teofimo Lopez. Why couldn't the WBC just say to the other belt federation that the franchise title is now the super title like the WBA? The WBA did it. The WBC recognizes the Super WBA. So why did the WBC couldn't do that for their franchise? Because the WBC is the one that sabotaged the undisputed. One of the greatest accomplishments that you can have in the sport of boxing. The WBC played Teofimo Lopez and Vasily Lomachenko with that franchise. Not because they've been given the franchise, it's because they didn't make sure that the other belt federation recognized the franchise. It's not about the franchise, really. It's about the WBC didn't do what they needed to do and communicated with the other belt federation that this is the most recognized belt in our own belt federation. What you wanted to do is just munch off two young fighters, wet behind the ears, and they are happy to be in the position they are in. Teofimo Lopez was paying sanctioning fees for that belt, the franchise, when he faced George Kambosos. They munched off the WBC franchise. We all know about that, right? But it's not really about if people wasn't debating that Teofimo Lopez wasn't a real undisputed. What they was debating was that the other belt federation didn't recognize it. Because if the other belt federation recognized it, then there was not going to be no dispute. But I recognized it because I recognized the truth, and you should have recognized the truth. But what you did as a boxing fan, some of you, what you did as a boxing fan, y'all let Teofimo Lopez down. But in all reality, he did what you asked him to do. He actually did what you asked fighters to do. But you didn't pick Teofimo Lopez side. You picked the politics side. The same politics side that you sit there and complain day after day after day. But you only complain when it caters to your favorite fighter. Everybody identify the truth. So even the hardcore boxing fans backstabbed Teofimo Lopez. The WBC backstabbed Teofimo Lopez. And even the Belt Federation, that you know the truth because he represented you. He represented the WBO, the WBA, and the IBF. It was easy for y'all to say, we understand, because let's be clear. I spoke to Paco, the WBO, on the fight week of Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos, and I asked Paco, the WBO president, you know, people in YouTube is saying that Teofimo Lopez is not undisputed. You know what Paco told me? He was eating a slice of pizza, one of the ambassadors of the, and he was chilling with one of the ambassadors of the WBC. And he said, the people in YouTube are idiots. He said, the business of boxing is none of the fans' business. Let me say it again. The WBO told me, the business of boxing is none of the fans' business. Okay. But, you know what I'm saying? And I said this, and I wish I would have had it on camera. You know what I'm saying? I said, but, you know what I'm saying? I asked him, so do you think that Teofimo Lopez is undisputed? Paco was like, of course, everybody knows that Teofimo Lopez is undisputed. And then I said, yeah, but it's not in the WBO. I was giving him what people tell me, the narrative that people tell me, right? Or the facts. Put it that way, the facts that people tell me. I said, but he's not on the WBO website. And then that's when he goes, man, people on YouTube don't know nothing. Everybody knows that he's undisputed. But why don't recognize him? That's what he was saying. The business of boxing is none of the fans' business. So that's when I knew the whole Better Federation, Daryl Peoples and Guillermo Mendoza and Paco, when I'm talking to Paco, he understands that Teofimo Lopez is undisputed. I wish they would have said that to the public, though. But the business of boxing is none of the fans' business. Here comes Punch on Boxing to tell you the motherfucking truth. That's my job. That's why I got a channel. It's not a spinning narrative. It's for me to also give you what goes behind the scenes. For me to tell you to understand the sport of boxing. So he got played by the belt federations. He got played by well, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go a little further when I say he got played by the network. Now, so now Teofimo Lopez is gonna be fighting. Oh, I say now. Put it this way. Now, you know he lost to George Kambosos. Devin Haney, he gets to fight with George Kambosos. He gets paid $2.8 million, close to $3 million. He's fighting in the stadium. At the time, you got to remember that Teofimo Lopez could have fought George Kambosos in the stadium, but Top Rank didn't feel like that was it wasn't a worth fight. Not a worth fight, but he wasn't worth the money that he was asking for. And he was going to have been good with $2 million. And I think that if you agree with me, you know that Teofimo Lopez, at least, you should give him at least $2 million to fight George Kambosos after beating Vasily Lomachenko. And to this day, 4.2 million people watched that fight. And it's still the most viewed fight in the sport of boxing. Let me make this clear. Teofimo Lopez versus Vasily Lomachenko is still the most viewed boxing fight in the sport of boxing. They beat the record. They beat the viewership of 2019 of Josecito Lopez and Keith Thurman. 4.2 million is still the most viewed fight up to date. All right? Up to date. Since then, that's the most viewed fight. There hasn't been no other fight that has passed 4.2 million in any network right now. So there was some value to Teofimo Lopez. But sometimes, you know what this boxing industry does to fighters? You know what it does to fighters? They don't like it when fighters know their value. They don't like it when fighters know their value. In this business, the boxing business love the most vulnerable, good, great fighters. If I could take advantage of the fighters, they want you to think that you're not worth shit. They always have you lingering like a little puppet. You know what I'm saying? In this business, they don't want you to know what's your worth. In this business, that's why I tell fighters, get your lawyers, get an attorney, go to every meeting. If your manager's having a meeting, you say, I'm going with you. Fighters, I always tell you this. Listen up. Every meeting there is with a manager or your promoter, or they sitting down with your promoter and the network, go to the meeting. Do not go alone. Remember, this is your life. This is your life. You got to know every damn dime that comes out of you or they're making off of you. What they sell in the stands, everything. When they sell in the stands, the merch, the seats, the views, the sponsorship, you should know it all. You should have a sheet, and I want to know how many sponsors there is for this fight. I want to know the merchandise price. I want to know everything. I even want to know how much. I want to know how much I get in the parking lot. I want to know how much you get in the parking lot. Go to Madison Square Garden right now. Matter of fact, go to Madison Square Garden right now. Go to the parking lot. How much is it right now? And then how much is it to see your fight? If you used to pay what $20 just for a regular day to go to a parking lot around Madison Square Garden, and that shit turns right now when you fight is $50. Hey, yo, everybody, I'm gonna tell you like this: is in your due diligence to get every damn dime, to know every damn dime that goes into your fight and goes into your event, how much money people is making off you. It's a slap in the face. It's a slap in the face. $2 million for Teofimo Lopez after beating Vasily Lomachenko. And still, he was willing to take it, though. He was still willing to take it. Daniel, what's good with the super chat? My brother said, which fighter is an example of that good guy? What you mean about that one? I feel like every fighter is a good guy. I think that the business of boxing is a gangster's playground, and they know how to take advantage of fighters. But I'm not sure. Change the question up a little bit. Because I don't know what you're talking about. Like, which fighter is an example of that good guy? I think all the fighters is good. I'm not sure what you mean, like good guy. Like if we were talking about wrestling, who's the heel and who's the good guy, like that. That the promoters like. They like vulnerable fighters that keep their mouth shut. And when they ask for and is a yes man. When they just say yes to the promoter, when the promoter gives them, here's $75,000 so you can fight this fight, but really the promoters really got a budget of $5 million that the network gave them, and they just here take $75, and they know that these fighters are vulnerable. They need the fight. You know what I'm saying? They need the fight. They need the money, and some of these fighters will take a fight just so they can survive. A lot of these fighters just take fights so they can survive. They know that there's vulnerable fighters. Why do you think they get a lot of fighters from Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Philippines, Mexico? Those are the fighters from the poor countries. They take advantage of them. They really take advantage of them. That's why over here in the sport of boxing, you got to come with a great lawyer, great attorney, very savvy. I'm talking about boxing attorney. I'm not talking about them attorneys. I'm talking about boxing attorney that is not in cahoots with the managers or the promoters. That is your own boxing promoter. He don't know. He's not in the pocket of the promoters, because a lot of these young fighters who they sign with is the managers, the promoters' attorney. They don't have their own attorney because remember, a lot of these guys are teenagers and stuff like that when they sign those big deals. Like, remember, Gervonta Davis probably signed a deal when he was coming up. You know what I'm saying? He's still rocking those same deals. And then a lot of these guys got to fight their deal really early. Same thing with the Meets Andre. Had to fight his deal, had to pay off and do all the stuff that he needed to do to get off that contract he was in. Boots Ennis needed to go to court. Remember, Boots Ennis just won his court. That's why you see Boots Ennis never had the big fights. Remember, he was going to court with his promoter. Like a lot of these fighters, they understand their value because, of course, they get them in a vulnerable situation. You go with a young fighter that's hungry, that doesn't have nothing. You go to the Caribbean or whatever, even in America, because there's a lot of poor fighters. And then you tell this fighter that your bonus is going to be $10,000. And then you sign a deal hooked on like for 4 to 5 years. But you went for the bonus because you needed that type of money for now. 25,000, you know that shit goes away. If you know money, 25,000, you know what I'm saying? It could go just like this. You make a down payment on something, down payment on the car, the rent, the mortgage, or whatever. That's not enough. You gotta fight. You gotta fight more. You know what I'm saying? To even sustain what you bought. So all fighters, be smart, man. Be smart. This is your life. This is your life. What in the industry, like vulnerable fighters, they like to take advantage of fighters. That's what it is, man. And then the contracts that they sign is only looking out for the promoters. All right, let me tell you like this: when the fighter signs, if he loses, the promoter could just drop you. If you get injured after 6 months, if you're not good, the promoter could drop you again. They could drop you. But if you win in certain contracts, if you win a world title, even though there's going to be the last year in this contract, it's going to be the last year in this contract, but the contract says if you win a world title, you hooked on 4 to 5 fights, or you hooked on 2 to 3 years. So when the fighter's like, yeah, that's it, man, I want to leave this contract, but the promoter says, hey, yo, I got a championship fight for you. But then you're looking at the contract, you're like, damn it, if I win, I'm stuck with this promoter for 4 to 5 fights. I'm only fighting 2 times a year. Shit, I'm gonna be with this promoter for almost 3 years. I don't want to be with this guy. He don't give me paid, and somebody already told me, man, I could get more if I could get more money over here. So then the fighter has to get out this contract. Shit, let me lose or win a world title. But what a fighter gonna do? He got too much pride to lose. So he win a world title. But guess what? When you win your world title, you hooked on that contract. He said, boxing contract remind me of the music business. I'm saying like this. The boxing is worse. It's actually worse. It's actually worse, Joe Pilot. It's actually worse. And you already know the music contract is bad, but trust me, I've seen good enough contracts, man. And it's not that it's totally bad. It's not that it's bad. I'm gonna tell you like this, for real. It's not that the contract is bad. Is that they're in vulnerable position to sign certain contracts, and they go for the fine print. They don't go by the little print, the little prints. You know what I'm saying? They go by the big bold prints. They go by the big bold prints. The bonus, 25,000, 30,000, 15,000. Oh shit, you're gonna get your allowance $1,500 a month, or $1,200 a month, or $500 a month, or $1,000 a month, and you go by that. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know their value. And then when you're fighting, and then you're well into your boxing, and then you start noticing other fighters, and you be like, yo, what's your contract? How much bonus you got? Yeah, I got a $80,000, I got an $85,000 bonus. What? Man, I used to whip your ass in the amateurs. How you got $85,000 bonus? Who you signed with? And then people started to know. People understand. Rapstar Boxing Out of the voice of the UK. London, bro. Smash the like button. Said Rapstar. So let me fast forward. Why I feel that Teofimo Lopez has been backstabbed by the boxing industry and the hardcore boxing fans as well, and certain media folks and the powers that be and the network. Now let's move it forward. So Devin Haney going to be facing George Kambosos. George Kambosos Devin Haney got paid $2.8 million, went to Australia. And remember, the first time we was talking about a fight with George Kambosos in Australia was supposed to be Teofimo Lopez and it's supposed to be Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos. And on the undercard, it was supposed to be one of the Franco brothers. And I'm gonna say like this. one of the boxing personnel that I spoke to leading up to a potential Teofimo Lopez and George Cambosa to fight in Australia, and the Franco brothers was going to be in the undercard as well, said they're snaking Teofimo. Pause. They treating Teofimo. What they doing is unfair. That's what the boxing personnel, I'm not going to mention the name, before they're snaking Teofimo Lopez. I feel sorry for the kid. I'm going to tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. You think that this is toxic? You think the YTBC is toxic? A bunch of people on the panel in the chat. I'm going to tell you this. The boxing world is the most toxic place in any sports industry. The boxing, what's good, MFB? Mike from Boston in the building. What's good, man? Salute. Mike from Boston in the building. What's good, my brother? If the behind the boxing was on platforms, shit, man, this is a whole nother world. I'm telling you like this. It's a whole nother world behind the scenes in the sport of boxing. Whole nother world. I understand certain fighters. And the bad thing about it is these fighters get the most critique from the fans. But do you know that most of the fighters are fighting the industry? Why you telling that they're bums, they're pussies, they scare, they fear. You think these man, these fighters fought for free, man. Gervonta Tank Davis got almost 250 amateur bouts. You think that was for money? That's free. Ryan Garcia fought almost 200 amateur bouts. Free. A lot of these fighters fight for free. So when these guys all of a sudden know their worth and fighting for their money, here comes the boxing fans and you tell them you don't worth this much. You don't worth this much. Man, take this fight. Oh, you scared. Do you know how much money people make off of these fighters? Do you know that the fighters are the last ones to get paid? Do you know these fighters get paid after their fight and they can have a broken socket and stuff? Here's a check. Get the hell out of here. Here they dump you. There's an ambulance in the parking lot. They take you, pay your little medical fee. You pay your medical fee. They could stitch you up or whatever, put you in the ambulance, leave you, and you left in the hospital. And guess who's in the hospital with you? The promoter ain't even in the hospital with you. The promoters ain't paying your medical bills. It's you. It's just you, your girl, your mom, your kids. That's it. And especially when you lose. Yeah, I remember when I had it. Shout out to my brother Peter Quillen, Kid Chocolate Peter Quillen. You remember? He said, man, in the fight, he got hit hard and his grill got stuck on his mouth guard. He only got paid $200K for a fight. And guess how much he had to fix his grill for? He said he had to pay almost $100K to fix his grill. Or his grill was effed up. Boom. Was dropped. Was stuck on his mouth guard. He said he paid almost his whole purse on fixing his teeth. Think any promoter fixed his teeth for him? That's why this channel, I fight for the fighters. I always give the fighters the benefit of the doubt. I don't give a damn if I'm a huge fan of them or not. The fighters get the benefit of the doubt. And it seems like the hardcore boxer fans, y'all like to critique the fighters first. Y'all critique the fighters before Eddie Hearn, or Bob Arum, not knowing that they fight in the powers that be. What do you think Teofimo Lopez been doing even before the Vasily Lomachenko fight? He was fighting the powers that be. Give me my money, man. Y'all promised me to make. All right. I'll fight Vasily Lomachenko, but after the Vasily Lomachenko, I'll whoop his ass. And put it this way: do you remember that they didn't want to give Teofimo Lopez a rematch clause when he asked for a rematch clause? They said no. I'm gonna tell you how even they treat Devin Haney way better than they treated Teofimo Lopez, because Devin Haney versus Vasily Lomachenko on May 20th, they giving him a rematch clause. And Teofimo Lopez, if he wanted a rematch clause with Vasily Lomachenko, he deserved it. You know why? Because he was a champion. He was not a guy that was just a challenger to Vasily Lomachenko. Vasily Lomachenko was going to earn something. He was going to earn something. And you remember Bob Arum? He said in an interview, I don't believe in rematch clauses. This is what I say that Teofimo Lopez is getting backstabbed. When Teofimo Lopez asked for a rematch clause and won a rematch clause, they didn't give it to him. Vasily Lomachenko said, I don't want a rematch clause. Because they thought, they knew, they felt, the powers that be felt that there was no way that Teofimo Lopez is going to beat Vasily Lomachenko. Look at Teofimo Lopez after the Vasily Lomachenko fight in a post-fight conference. How was his demeanor? Well, he's overly happy. Who stood by? Who was there watching the press conference? Was the promoter, the promotional company was there watching the press conference? Who stuck the middle finger out at his dad? Teofimo Lopez Sr. said that Bob Arum stuck the middle finger out at him when they won the fight. Teofimo Lopez Sr. said when they won, Bob Arum gave him the middle finger. Was that the reason? Maybe they was mad. Maybe they was mad. I'm just going by what Teofimo Lopez Sr. told me. He said Bob Arum stuck the middle finger out at him when they won. Now, it was a reason why they was mad, and then you saw how Teofimo Lopez was. Go back to the post-fight interview. If y'all think I'm playing around, y'all think I'm lying. You think Teofimo Lopez was irritated after he won, because he also felt abandoned, because he felt that, damn, they really didn't want me to win. I was not set up to. They wasn't going for me. They wasn't going for me. So now, let's fast forward to today. You got Vasily Lomachenko fighting Devin Haney. Devin Haney is getting paid more. He's fighting pay-per-view. He's fighting in arena. As the undisputed, they're willing to give Devin Haney everything he wants. Cash cow, everything he wants. Everything he's asking for. They're even giving him a rematch clause. Teofimo Lopez, they didn't want to give him shit. Anything he asked for, they ain't giving shit. As the guy that beat the guy, he was treated like just another low-level champion. Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez, June 10th, and it's reported that it's going to be in the Hulu Theater. Devin Haney, Vasily Lomachenko in Las Vegas, MGM Grand. Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor in the Hulu Theater? Let me repeat that. Josh Taylor, Teofimo, Hulu Theater, Vasily Lomachenko, Devin Haney, MGM Grand, pay-per-view. What a slap in the face. That's a slap in the face. Matter of fact, that's a spit in the face. And I understand why Teofimo Lopez didn't give a damn about showing up in New Jersey to promote the fight. I'm just going by my assumption. I'm not saying this is what I've been told. This is my assumption. Felt disrespected. Fuck it, I'm going to stay here in the UFC, man. F them effers, man. F them effers. Once again, Teofimo Lopez is signing a fight that's riskier than any fight that Gervonta Tan Davis and Ryan Garcia. It's riskier than Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. Here we go again. Teofimo Lopez risking it all fighting Josh Taylor. And you give him a Hulu Theater. You repay him for the Hulu Theater. After beating Vasily Lomachenko, you repay him by not trying to pay him. And even on the purse bid, Top Rank only bid at $2 million that he was going to get paid less than $2 million. After beating Vasily Lomachenko, on which Vasily Lomachenko minimum is $3 million no matter who he fights. But this entertaining guy, 4.2 million people viewed the fight. Pound for pound, it's not even worth more than $2 million to fight George Kambosos. But when it's Devin Haney to fight him, he gets the money, he gets the arena, he gets the stadium, he gets it all. And that's good business by Devin Haney. I'm not shading that. I'm just saying how they do Teofimo Lopez dirty. That don't even make sense. Yeah, it's an undisputed title fight at lightweight, all the belts. Taylor dropped some of the belts. What's that have to do with it? What's that have to do? Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia got no belts? The hell that has to do with it? It's what you have done. It's what you have done. Josh Taylor already he sold out Scotland. What are you talking about, guys? I'm talking about their promotional company. If you've done what you need to do, this is a big fight. High risk, high reward. So when he fought his high risk, he didn't get a high reward. And now he got a high risk again, and he's not getting a high reward. That's the we cannot change the rules. We cannot change the more rules in the sport of boxing, fans. That's what I mean. That the hardcore boxing fan as well, you abandon the guy that's actually risking it all. You supposed to say, man, that's supposed to be in a big room. That's a huge fight. Give them what they deserve, what they asked for, because high risk is high reward. But y'all would enable high risk, low reward. And the way that boxing is going, you know, the belts is watered down. Y'all know that is the reason why Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia is bigger than Devin Haney and Lomachenko. The belts was watered down. Let's not forget that Shakur Stevenson wanted to become undisputed at super featherweight, and Bob Arum said that we're not paying for the fights. Nobody want to see the fight. Nobody wanted to see Shakur Stevenson versus George Cordina, and nobody wanted to see Shakur Stevenson fighting Gutierrez. So Shakur Stevenson dreams have to cut short because the business of boxing is saying that we will not pay for you to become undisputed or be in the pursuit of becoming undisputed. It's not worth it. So it's not a little bit only what Teofimo Lopez has been done with Shakur Stevenson in super featherweight division. And it's right there. I'm not lying. Go Google it. Bob Arum not willing to pay for Shakur Stevenson to go for undisputed. He said nobody knows these guys. The fights don't worth no, but he said nobody wants to pay for those fights. So you know what I tell Teofimo Lopez? You know what I will tell Teofimo Lopez now? Says, yo, my man, they don't respect you for legacy reign supreme. And I know you're doing it for your legacy, because in the end of the day, you become a Hall of Fame and you in that podium, you got all your you got your resume, you got your accolades, and you're gonna go to the Hall of Fame, especially when you beat Josh Taylor. But if you beat Josh Taylor after that, go for the money. Go for the money and F the fans, because these fans don't hold you down the way they're supposed to hold you down. Don't die for the fans. Don't fight for the fans no more. You fight for you. You fight for your pockets, just like everybody else. That's what I would tell Teofimo Lopez. When he beats Josh Taylor, forget about everything else, because they don't respect you, Teo. The business, the industry, the hardcore boxing fans, they let you down. They don't respect you. You did everything we asked fighters to do, and they disrespected you. They devalue you. They said that you was undisputed, disputed, even though that everybody recognized the truth and everybody enabled the WBC for their bullshit. You don't get the pay that you're supposed to get paid. You don't get the minimum the way you're supposed to get your minimums. You don't get nothing. They treat you like shit. Yet you go out there and try to be the best, but they treat you like shit. They backstab the fighter that's actually trying to accomplish legacy reign supreme. The hardcore boxing fans are liars. The business. And now I'm going to tell you how the network backstabbed Teofimo Lopez. Because this fight, like I said earlier today, let me read on. Hold on. Let me read on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it right here. Hold on, so people can see. On the press release, for Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez, it says Josh Taylor, the Tartan Tornado, is the former undisputed junior welterweight champion, having collected all 4 major titles in the remarkable 4-fight run that included wins over Ivan Baranchyk, Regis Prograis, and Jose Ramirez. They call Josh Taylor former undisputed. Let's not forget that when Teofimo Lopez fought Vasily Lomachenko, it was ESPN themselves that called Teofimo Lopez undisputed. Guess what they're doing now? They're lying. In the press release of Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor, this is what the same network say about Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is the former unified and lineal lightweight champion of the world. In the December 2019, he captured the IBF title with an explosion second-round knockout of Richard Comey. The following October, he bested pound-for-pound king Vasily Lomachenko to win the WBA, WBO, and a WBC franchise title. We know that. But it was you, also ESPN, that told the whole world that he was undisputed. Now you're telling the whole world that he's not undisputed. Is Devin Haney, and the win of that is undisputed. The same network backstabbed Teofimo Lopez. Whether people agree when they said it was undisputed, whether they agree or disagree with ESPN, it's on them. But ESPN, you backstabbed Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez getting backstabbed all over the place. I understand why Teofimo Lopez is a guy that doesn't trust anybody. And he shouldn't trust anybody, not in this industry, not in the boxing industry. So now he's not undisputed when you told the whole world that Vasily Lomachenko. So what is it? It's only undisputed when Vasily Lomachenko is fighting for it? I dropped a video early today and I said that Devin Haney checkmate everybody. But what I didn't say, because I wanted to follow up with this live, what I didn't say is this, but I'm going to say it right now. I questioned, does Devin Haney got the last laugh? And I'm going to say, no, he didn't. Or he might not have the last laugh. Because I'm going to tell you this. You know who always have the last laugh? The Bob Father. Several weeks or a month ago, I did a video and I said, it's Devin Haney versus Vasily Lomachenko and the Machine. They want this fight so much for Vasily Lomachenko. Devin Haney better sit down on his punches. He better hurt Vasily Lomachenko. He better hurt him bad. He better do what Zhang did to Joe Joyce. That jab better stick. That jab better close an eye. That he better stop him or close an eye or give him a cut. Because they want this for Vasily Lomachenko so bad that I don't see. That I see, I'm going to put it like this. A corruption win by Vasily Lomachenko. See a corruption win if I see. I just see. Look, this is a dirty sport. I could say that Vasily, and I think that Devin Haney could win fair and square. And I could see Vasily Lomachenko beating Devin Haney fair and square as well. But this fight smell kind of, I don't know. Devin Haney with school with Lomachenko won't be close. I think so. I didn't want to put that in the air, but it is what it is. But in this live, I'm just telling you how Teofimo Lopez got backstabbed. He will never break Josh. His talent will not beat Will. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, why are you risking it now? Because Teofimo Lopez's model was that he wanted to bring back the retro. He loves boxing. He likes the history of boxing, and he understands the boxing fans want to see real fights and the best fighting the best. Remember, Teofimo Lopez haven't even had 20 fights yet. He He got 19 fights. You are all underestimating Lomachenko. I believe that Lomachenko got the better skills and talent, got the deeper tools in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? He got the deeper tools in my opinion, but I also feel like there's gonna be some, I don't know. Those believe in ESPN or casual above fans. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? That's their network. That's Teofimo Lopez network. That's Devin Haney's Lomachenko's network. So now the same network is telling y'all that we're now heading to the Josh Taylor fight. He was not a former undisputed, but it was the same network that said he was undisputed. So all that shit was just business. They said it to make you look good. The WBC took money off of you. You had to pay sanction belt fees for that franchise belt that right now nobody has it and it doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist. The WBC never told everybody, the whole belt federation that was recognized. The WBC backstabbed, ESPN backstabbed, Top Rank devalued TO. It is what it is. So now Teofimo Lopez is gonna fight a risky fight yet again in the Hulu Theater. Just hype from ESPN. Hey, man. But it's not only hype, but Halim, it's not even about the hype. It's that we as hardcore boxing fans, we were supposed to identify. We shouldn't have never let the politics take away of what we know that fight was, Halim. And everybody else, you gave the politics the benefit of the doubt instead of the guy that actually risked his life to earn what he earned. And the fans and the WBC, y'all took that away from Teofimo Lopez. Because a lot of you say this, it should have been undisputed. It should have been, if it should have been undisputed, then shut the fuck up and say it's undisputed. You feel me? If it should have been even Eddie Hearn, right now, Teofimo Lopez should be undisputed because the WBC, he should be undisputed. If you know he should be undisputed, then say he's fucking undisputed and don't give the politics the benefit of the doubt. That's why to this day, I recognize Teofimo Lopez as former lightweight undisputed. Because I'm not going to give the politics the benefit of the doubt. They don't win. I identify. We all saw what the fuck they did. But the same people like to talk shit about the politics about the sport of boxing and the corruption, but only you give it life. You give it life or you won't knock it until it's the fighter, depending on the fighter it is, right? Oh, he's not real undisputed. He got to fight Devin Haney. But Devin Haney ain't never won shit before. So why would you give a person, see, at least if Devin Haney fought for it before becoming undisputed, because he is a legit undisputed. He's a legit undisputed. I'm talking about before that. I couldn't say, yo, you a champion, but a guy that fought blood, sweat, and tears like Shakur Stevenson when he won his title, or Teofimo Lopez when he won his title. I can't compare you to that. I can't do that. My intellect won't do that. My pride, my morals, and principle can't do that. And you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. Oh, you hating. I'm not hating. I'm not me saying that at the time that Devin Haney was a real champion, compare him as a champion like the people that earned it. That's being fake. That's being fake. I can't do that. I ain't allow myself to do that. And I don't allow myself to be known. Come on, man. It's like me watching. It's like me it's like me seeing somebody cheat on a test like crazy. And it's supposed to be like an IQ test, right? An IQ test or a genius test or something like that. And I see them cheat their way. I ain't going to call them a genius. I saw what I saw, bro. I saw what I saw. How about if they took a test and I know this guy never cheated, or he never cheated on this test, and they say that this guy cheated on the test, so now he's not a smart guy. Nah, man. Nah, he ain't do wrong. He did right. We got to identify the truth, man. Y'all boxing fans identify the fake. Y'all enable the politics. I didn't let the politics enable the truth. I'm recognizing. And if it's about recognizing, but punch, the other belt federation didn't recognize. I don't give a fuck what they did, because the belt federation, they do their own shit. Is a separate entity, is its own business. The ranking of the WBO don't recognize the ranking of the WBC. They recognize each other when they want to recognize each other. You feel me? So y'all gotta understand. That's why I say what I say. The belt federations recognize each other when they want to recognize each other. Showtime says that Gervonta Tank Davis is 3-division world champion, right? ESPN will say different. Lines only in the building. Lines only in the building. Good looking out with a super chat. Lines only. Jamal Charlo. Lines only. Let's go. The dude is full of BS because Loma avoided his mandatory. This dude is full of BS because Loma avoided his mandatory. My brother. Devin Haney was never mandatory, bro. Hold on, bro.
Absolutely clear that Lomachenko is a major force in the sport. And Devin Haney and Abdullayev both requested to the WBC to have their fight as an interim title fight instead of a final elimination. They are very happy to fight for the interim title, knowing that Lomachenko is not going to be fighting for a prolonged period of time. So it made all the sense to approve an interim championship. The champion is not available, and we are not going to abuse the mandatory rule in Lomachenko. And this is clear.
Blackjack, who's the fool now? You tell me. You tell me now. Now you want to apologize to me now? Let me see if you're real enough to be like, hey, yo, this fool ain't speaking BS. Let me see if you're real now. Let me see, Blackjack, if you're real. Apologize to me. Say, my bad. Sorry, punch. I'm saying I probably was talking. Maybe I went to another belt. I'm sorry, to another channel, and they was giving me some fake narrative that Lomachenko was. That Devin Haney was a mandatory to Lomachenko. Who ordered the fight? When did the WBC order a mandatory for Vasily Lomachenko? Bill, dímelo, señor. El mafioso strikes again. Dímelo, señor. Ya tú sabes que es lo que. Thank you for the super chat, my brother. Now, I wanna see if this guy could be real, because he just told me that I was BSing. So I want to know if he's gonna be real with me. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if he's a real, if he a real G. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Let me see if he a real motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because he would be like, yo, my bad. It's true. I just heard it from the horse's mouth. I remember. So you're gonna apologize or not? Like, you just called me that I'm full of BS. You just told me I'm full of BS. So I want to see if you could keep it real. I just gave you. Do you want to listen to it again? And then if you still don't believe me, I want you to tell me what was the date that the mandatory was ordered, because everything is public records. When a belt federation orders a mandatory, everybody knows. And if you don't believe that from the actual horse's mouth, can you tell me? You could Google if you want. Can you tell me the date, time when the WBC mandated Lomachenko to fight his mandatory? And then Lomachenko says no. I just want an apology. That's all. As a man, if you're a man, I don't know if you're a man or a woman. I just want my apology. If that's all right with you. You call me that I'm full of BS. But that's what I mean. This is what I mean, that we see the fuckery of belt federations. But the thing is, this community, y'all so much in tune with the fighters fighting each other, or the fan base fighting versus fan base. This is about us respecting the fighters and understanding what I just said earlier, that these fighters are fighting the politics outside of the sport. I mean, and when they're fighting the business of boxing, and they're fighting in the ring as well. They getting played as well. To be honest, I don't even think that Vasily Lomachenko really, when he got the franchise, I don't even think that Vasily Lomachenko understood what the hell a franchise was. I think their business partners did something. Think about it. Vasily Lomachenko probably, because he wanted to be undisputed, that's what he wanted to be. He's thinking that he's getting elevated like the WBA elevated Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather got elevated as super champion, but what the WBA actually did was let the other belt federations know that this is our recognized, this is our top, and you should recognize the super WBA. When the super WBA came out, we all disagreed, just like we didn't like the franchise. No, I'm real, but you're lying. That's what I mean. Fake motherfuckers like this. See? That's what I mean. That there's some people that rather believe in the fake. This guy, look, this guy just told me I'm BSing. He said that Lomachenko wasn't mandatory. I played him this video. I played him from the horse's mouth, the WBC.
It's absolutely clear that Lomachenko is a major force in the sport. And Devin Haney and Abdullayev both requested to the WBC to have their fight as an interim title fight instead of a final elimination. They are very happy to fight for the interim title, knowing that Lomachenko is not going to be fighting for a prolonged period of time. So it made all the sense to approve an interim championship. The champion is not available, and we are not going to abuse the mandatory rule in Lomachenko. And this is clear.
It's not clear, but see, this is what it is about this community, is that this is what the WBC president is saying, but he's calling me the liar. I don't normally do this, bro, but because you a dude from Bellevue Hospital, I'm gonna do it like this, man. Yeah, you know I normally don't do this, y'all. But I can't have retarded dudes up in my channel like this. Disagree with me all you want. But I'm tired of having retarded dudes in my channel, bro. I can even deal with trolls, bro. But retarded motherfuckers, I'm blocking retarded motherfuckers for real. I'm blocking those. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be like them other channels now. I'm gonna be like them other channels. I'm blocking dudes. How can you show them proof? Here, I got 5 fingers. No, you got 4. You're lying. No, you got 3. No, you got 3.5. No, you don't got 5 fingers. You're lying. Nah, get out of here, bro. Get out of here, man. Go. You're sad. Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this: people that lie to everybody, bro. Anybody that can lie to themselves is one of the saddest humans, for real. The people that lie to themselves are the saddest humans. How you got proof it right in front of your face, and you're like, no, you're lying, Punch. How? How does that happen? How does that happen? No. Halim ain't even a casual bum. Ese tipo es loco. Now, maybe ese tipo es loco. We got some crazy boxing fans out here, bro. He said, Ego doesn't say it's all facts. Get the fuck out of here, man. Y fuera de aquí, palomazo. Vete de aquí. I'm not here to console fucking retardado aquí. Who's next? Eso es lo que pasa con esta gente. But what I'm saying is, and the thing is, you know what is so funny? That this is not a live saying that they backstabbing Devin Haney. I'm saying this is a live saying they backstabbing Teofimo. Teofimo's the one that's getting played. Teofimo Lopez is the one that's getting disrespected and devalued. Yet, look at his resume. Look at his resume. This is the same community, bro, that was saying that Teofimo Lopez, yo, you ducking Barbosa. You ducking Regis Prograis. And now he fighting Josh Taylor. Y'all still got room to disrespect and devalue what Teofimo Lopez is doing right now. Let me know what's the riskier fight for all these, for the people right now. Who's the riskier fight? Devin versus Loma, Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, or Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor. Let me know which is the riskier fight. What's the riskier fight? Let me see if y'all got boxing intellect. Let me see if I'm lying too. What's the riskier fight? How's he getting backstabbed, man? You gotta go back. I ain't gonna explain it again. What's the riskier fight? We seen Gervonta Davis go to the 140-pound division. He fought Mario Barris. He went back down. He ain't want to know. How many people call out Josh Taylor? Outside of the people that already lost to him, like Regis Prograis that want to get his get back, or Catterall. Has anybody called out Josh Taylor? Tell me anybody that called out Josh Taylor other than the people that already lost to him that want to get their get back. Tell me anybody that volunteers and call for Josh Taylor. Remember, Teofimo Lopez has been calling out Josh Taylor leading up to the Lomachenko fight. Teofimo Lopez has been calling out Josh Taylor for 3 years. Even Josh Taylor acknowledged that. Teofimo Lopez calls out 2 guys massively, Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. The number 1 guy in the 135 and the number 1 guy in the 140. And guess who's fighting the number 1, who fought the number 1 guy in the 135 and who's calling out the number 1 guy in the 140? 2 pound-for-pound kettlebell fighters, 2 undefeated champions, and the undisputed at that one. You tell me which fighter is calling out the motherfucking best. Who? Let's say there's some haters around. If you believe that Jack Catterall beat Josh Taylor, who's calling out Jack Catterall? And that's what I mean. Are we going to value the fighters that we asked them to? We diss fighters that are not fighting the best. We diss fighters. Oh man, the resume is suspect. Even Teofimo Lopez haters can't even hate on him. They don't even know how to hate on him. They don't even know how to hate on him. Oh, think about it. Oh, Teofimo Lopez is ducking Barbosa. Why you never said Barbosa is ducking Josh Taylor? Barbosa started his career at 140 pounds 2013. He started his career in 140 pounds. And already Teofimo Lopez fought even Sandor Moore, who retired Michael Garcia. Lee Hernando Rodríguez con los 20 pesos. A comer comida china mañana. He said the riskier fight is Ryan versus Tank because someone is going to go. Not only that, if Tank loses, his whole career can be viewed as a fraud. And he was protected. That's why he was undefeated. Now, Teo fight builds a better legacy. I like what you're saying, but I don't agree that Gervonta Davis is a bigger risk. Because what we're saying is, think about this, Leonardo Rodriguez. Think about this. This is why I'm going to disagree with you on the first part. You know why? Because is what's his name? Is Deontay? No. Is or was any champion taking does Naoya was taking a risk when he fought Jason Maloney? Was that a risk to you? What's another champion? Was what's another champion we can mention? was Jamal Charlo versus when he's fighting guys like what's his name? ¿Cómo se llama el tipo? The last guy that he fought. The last guy, the Mexican guy that he fought. Everybody said that was a cherry pick. What about the guys where y'all like to, the people like to diss the Mise Andre? What about his pick? Did he take his risk, right? They say he don't take no risk. He don't fight nobody. Well, those are risks too. Are those taking risks? Because now we can contradict ourselves. So when the Mise Andre fought Liam Williams, that was a risk, right? Nah, come on, man. You know, if Teofimo Lopez loses to Josh Taylor, his promotional company may drop him. That's number one. That's a risk right there. That's a risk right there. And I'm talking about in challenges. Teofimo Lopez, and you know how you know how it's a riskier fight, Leonardo? Who's the underdog? Is Gervonta Davis the underdog versus Ryan Garcia? Is Devin Haney the underdog versus Lomachenko? Who's the underdog? Is Teofimo Lopez the underdog to Josh Taylor? That's how you know which is the riskier fight, right? That's how you know which one is the riskier fight. For the names that I say, it's riskier for Tank to fight Ryan. Is it risky for Devin Haney to fight? I'm talking about the guys that's linked to one another. Tank, Teo, Haney, even Ryan. I think Ryan fighting Gervonta Davis is a risk fight as well, because he's going to be the underdog. But Josh Taylor is the most accomplished out of all of them, bro. He's accomplished. He's an undisputed. He beat Postal. He beat Jose Ramirez. He beat Regis Prograis. Teofimo Lopez is going to fight him. And he's really coming from 135. He's the smaller guy. He's not taking the risk. Now, I do think that Teofimo Lopez is a better legacy fight. I mean, also, if Lomachenko beats Devin Haney, is a legacy fight for him, because then he becomes undisputed. Then becomes a 3-division world champion and an undisputed champion at that. So that's a legacy fight for Lomachenko too. But from the names that's linked, I don't know, bro. I don't think that the fight with Ryan versus Tank causes someone. If Tank loses, his whole career can be viewed as a fraud. I'm not gonna say a fraud. I'm not going to say a fraud. I say that we wanted to see Gervonta Davis in better competition, but a lot of people haven't earned a lot yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say he's a fraud. I'm not going to say he's a fraud yet. You know what I'm saying? Even though that we're, you know, frustrated with how his career has gone. We're talking about risk to lose or risk to damage your legacy. Risk to lose. Risk, because that's the risk. Risking losing is also risk your legacy takes a hit. So I think the both thing is intertwined. The both thing, like losing and legacy, because if you lose, it hurts your legacy. Good looking out with the super chat, my brother. I think losing hurts your legacy, especially this one. If Teofimo Lopez loses to Josh Taylor, it's going to hurt. Then he loses to Josh Taylor. They're not going to see him as a top 140 pounder. If he loses to Josh Taylor, and depending how he loses to Josh Taylor, I think Teofimo Lopez is going to win. But if he loses to Josh Taylor, they're going to be like he's going to lose to Regis Prograis. He loses, and they're going to look at him like a Jose Cepeda in 140. That's how they're going to look at him, or like a Jose Ramirez. Or less than that, because he never became a champion 140 if he loses to Josh Taylor. That's more of a risk. I'm telling you. I'm dead serious. If he loses, I think that Top Rank will even drop him. I just don't think that they really valued him the way that I felt they should have valued. I'm not saying they have no value in Teo. I'm saying they didn't value him like they should have, especially when he beat Richard Comey and then back-to-back and beat Vasily Lomachenko. They didn't even want to give him $2 million, bro. They didn't even want to give him $2 million, man. Like, damn. Even Lomachenko's minimum was $3 million. He beat the Golden Goose, and that's your young guy. Like, I would look at them like, yo, Teofimo Lopez is your future. Maybe I would have took care of him and would have gave him an earlier date. All that postponement, all that draining himself, would have never heard of. They didn't take care of Teofimo Lopez. And the reason why I think they had to hold on to Teofimo Lopez, because they know that they did wrong by Teo. See, that fight could have been easy. That fight could have been in May or April versus George Kambosos early. He would have took care of his mandatory, then go into a next big fight. They didn't take care of their own. They didn't take care of their Golden Goose. They would have never done it with anybody else, bro. They would have never done it with anybody else. The way they treated Teofimo Lopez, they would have never done it with anybody else like that. Come on, man. If Lomachenko would have beat Teofimo Lopez, man, they treat him like a king, bro. King, bro. After the Lomachenko fight, they treated him like shit. Compared to what he accomplished, they treated him like pure shit. Manure. He said he barely beat Sando Martin, but he beat Sando Martin, though. Forget about barely. He beat him. What's that supposed to mean? Because he barely beat him, Chet, that means he lost? Because he barely beat him? Is that a lose? That's a loss? Like, why? I don't understand. That's what I mean. Like, we be mad. It's like we want to see the worst. So if a fighter struggles in a fight, but yeah, he still win, you don't see it as a win. It's like, well, you want fighters to look perfect? You don't want fighters to go through adversity? Huh? Mike Garcia lost to Sando Martin. I don't know about that. I think after Gambos, they will never give credit to TOY. I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's why I be like, yo, there's a lot of fans like that. Man. I said, man, Tio, man, forget about these fans, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go get your money. Because that's what everybody else value anyway. Honestly, Leonardo Rodriguez con el super chat. Comprar comida china. Honestly, I feel if they wouldn't deal with Tio's dad, they would have treated him better. We know Senior is wild. Yeah, but remember, it's because of Senior as well that his son rings bell as well, because the way that his father promoted him. Remember, you got to remember also this, Leonardo. They didn't give Teofimo Lopez all these nicknames like you, the future Floyd Mayweather, future Roberto Duran. They promoted themselves. Remember the fights that Teofimo Lopez wanted. Now they're moving too quick. He ain't ready for Lomachenko. It's because after that knockout with Richard Comey, they had nothing but they had no. You know what I'm saying? They had nothing but to give Teofimo Lopez that Vasily Lomachenko. And I'm gonna tell you like this: he took a take it or leave it deal, because if he didn't take the money and he didn't like the money they was giving him, they was gonna give that fight to Felix Verdejo. They was gonna give the Lomachenko fight to Felix Verdejo. And it was Teofimo Lopez that be like, all right, man, I'll take the skimpy money, man. I'll take this money because y'all was supposed to give me more. They can't blame the dad. That's the trainer. You know what I'm saying? But I understand it, that could be an angle as well. I think that's a little bit of truth, because I know that a lot of people don't like his dad. That's why his dad said that Bob Arum stuck the middle finger out on him when Teofimo Lopez won. When Teofimo Lopez beat Vasily Lomachenko, when Teofimo Lopez beat Vasily Lomachenko, Senior said that Bob Arum stuck the middle finger out of him, and that Bob Arum did not stay during the post-fight conference. He left. Now, there's some people that said it was due to the coronavirus at that time, and they just wanted to go safety measures and you know, but they didn't. He wasn't there. And I felt, and Teo probably felt like, damn, man. If Vasily Lomachenko would have won, I think Bob Arum would have been on this side, man. That's just how I feel, man. That's how I feel. He told everybody. Facts. You rip what you sold. Yeah, man. I think that I don't know what it is, man. I think I say like this. I think To is too real for this era. I don't think that it's either that or the boxing industry has moved away from, and we could see this. The boxing industry has moved away from legacy reigning supreme. We could honestly say that. The boxing industry is moving little by little away from legacy reigning supreme and respecting these fighters that go for legacy. And this is why there's a lot of fans also that don't protect and they don't preserve those type of fighters. That's why I always say, man, that's why I say the three fighters that's really going for it and has gone for it is Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, and Bam Rodriguez. You know, that those are two big wins for Bam Rodriguez, the Quadra and the Rumba side. Also, you got to give credit to Naoya Inoue. Naoya Inoue is only 26, 27 years old. He's actually younger than the Gervonta Tank Davis. And he's already accomplished 3 division world champion and stuff like that, and the undisputed. Got to give credit to Naoya Inoue. Got to give credit to Teofimo Lopez. Got to give credit to Shakur Stevenson, 3 division world champion. 2 division world champion. From young fighters like that, you know. But the fans be hating on. I think fans be hating on Teofimo Lopez too much now. Shit, I see past the oh, I don't like his father, man. His father gonna talk shit just like every other father gonna talk shit. It's their son at the end of the day, man. Come on, man. You a pops too. You talk shit to anybody that's talking shit about your son, or you gonna be pumping your son. Why not? Go to the takeover. Facts. I bet Teddy Atlas hates Tio, man. He hate them, bro. They all hate him, bro. Bradley, I don't think Bradley likes Tio. I don't think Andre Ward likes Tio. I don't think that I don't think none of these guys, they don't like Tio, bro. Yeah, he's doing what he needs to do. I think Oscar De La Hoya, he loves Tio. Oscar De La Hoya respects Tio. Manny Pacquiao loves Tio. Tito Trinidad, Roberto Duran loves Tio. I think a lot of legendary fighters like Tio. I've seen it. The legends like Tio. You know, think about what even what Floyd Mayweather said the last time. What he said about what he said about Teofimo Lopez. Even Floyd Mayweather said that Teofimo Lopez was undisputed. Go to the press conference after the Mario Barrios fight and listen to what Floyd Mayweather said. He said that Teofimo Lopez did something I didn't do, and congratulate to him and his father. Even Floyd Mayweather said that. Even Floyd said that. Matter of fact, I'll find it for y'all. I'm not playing around. Hold on. Watch. Let me see if it's here. There you go. Hold on.
I wish these young guys nothing but the best. You know, these guys, sometimes these guys win a title, then it means the world to them. And you can't knock them. That's some fighters' goal. And, he was undisputed champion. Something that I never did. It's not like I couldn't have done it, but I didn't do it. And that was a hell of.
Hold on. Wait. Did you hear him? Did you hear what Floyd Mayweather said about Teofimo Lopez? Should I play it again? Hold on. Let's take a little back. Hold on.
That's some fighters' goal. And, he was undisputed champion. Something that I never did. It's not like I couldn't have done it, but I didn't do it. And that was a hell of a goal in itself. So I'm not.
What did Floyd Mayweather said about Teofimo Lopez? Because you know what this what it is. And I speak to a lot of fighters and I speak to a lot of industry people behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, they all consider Teofimo Lopez undisputed. But in this fucking stupid ass community, you guys didn't like the truth. Behind the scenes, everybody saw Teofimo Lopez as undisputed. Yet the people, the business people, they doing business. But yet, at the end of the day, this business fucks over Tio. It's not enough that everybody's saying, because if you're going to promote it, then you got to keep that same energy. ESPN all of a sudden saying that he's a unified champion when for years they saying undisputed champion, but now they got to promote a Devin Haney and a Vasily Lomachenko and shit on Teofimo Lopez, and the expense is backstabbing Teofimo Lopez. Tito Trinidad congratulated him as an undisputed. Manny Pacquiao's undisputed. Zab Judah congratulated Teofimo Lopez on the undisputed. Mike Tyson congratulated Teofimo Lopez on the undisputed. Everybody knows it's undisputed. But you got these narrative pushes out here. Then you got these fans that, that probably don't like Teofimo Lopez, and you want to conflict things. But y'all know the truth. So you backstab Teofimo Lopez as well, because you let the narrative enable the bullshit. So there's a lot of hardcore boxing people, personnels that backstabbed them. Bell Federation backstabbed them. They backstabbed them. Promotional company devalued them. The network backstabbed them. And all Teofimo Lopez wants to do is give the fans what we ask fighters to do. Fight the best. Challenge yourself. That's what Teofimo Lopez does. Not even 20 fights left. He's not even 20. He's 25 years old, 19 fights. He beats Josh Taylor. Look at his resume. At 140, he will beat Josh Taylor, Sando Martin, Pedro Campa. He's not even, not high rank, but even Brandon Lee went to war with him. Vasily Lomachenko, Richard Comey. Nakatani when he was one of the top lightweights in 20 fights. I thought we were supposed to hold those fighters. That we need more fighters like Tio. Y'all agree or you disagree? We don't need more fighters like Tio? Can you imagine if all the fighters was going for it? At 20 fights, who Boots Ennis was fighting? And I love Boots Ennis. But at 20 fights, who did Boots Ennis fight? At 20 fights, who Haney fought? Shout out to Shakur Stevenson and Bam Rodriguez because they're doing it in a short period of time. Shout out to Danny Dubois as well. That's why a lot of people gave credit to even Lomachenko, because he came straight off the gate fighting ranked fighters. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm here to preserve, like I always say, man. I keep it unbiased, logically, and objectively. I'm here to preserve the sport of boxing, preserve the modern day warriors, modern day gladiators, man. So be a fan of whoever you want to be a fan with, but we got to preserve certain fighters that's doing what we ask them to do. Because I keep it real. I already said Teofimo Lopez raised the bar. May 20th is a great fight with Devin Haney versus Vasily Lomachenko. But look at even that great fight. That great fight that Devin Haney is fighting, Teofimo Lopez fought that 3 years ago. Just remember that. And I love the fight. I think it's the premier fight that should be respected in the lightweight division. But that Lomachenko is not even the pound for pound Lomachenko that Teofimo Lopez fought. That's just the facts. I'm being real. That's not the pound for pound. 1, 2, 3. You can flip it around. Vasily Lomachenko. Lomachenko is coming into this fight versus Devin Haney as vulnerable as he ever been. Because a lot of people ain't even giving him credit the way that he looked versus Jermaine Ortiz. I think that he won that fight. I think that he made the necessary adjustments. It wasn't spectacular, but he got the win, right? But that ain't the same for saying Lomachenko that beat Luke Campbell coming with that great momentum. So, Teofimo Lopez representando la raza latina. Catrache. Catracha. Management and team have to be responsible. I think they're responsible. They got to be responsible for what they did. They didn't protect their. They didn't protect their own, man. They shitted on them, bro. All you had to do was give Teofimo Lopez his $2 million, man, to fight George Kambosos. He would have never. He would have never took it a purse bid like that. And look what y'all let that dude. And then y'all still slap. Y'all still slap him in the face. Bidding below Eddie Hearn. Then Eddie Hearn showed you that he was valued more than Teofimo. Then a fighter like that, Teofimo Lopez sees that, man. He's like, what? Damn, at least be the second a bid. All right, maybe the 6.2 was too much for y'all. But man, at least beat Eddie Hearn. So Eddie Hearn valued me more than y'all. So what you think? Come on, man. That's what you, as a fighter, just think about it. Damn, you would a team that don't value you like that. And now you see it, they trying to put you in the Hulu theater versus Josh Taylor. You be like, God, Lee, damn, is that what if this fight is worth? Shout out to Edgar Berlanga, but he's fighting in the Hulu theater. Shit. He's fighting in the Hulu theater versus Jason Quigley. Man, y'all got me like that. Man, I think that's embarrassing, man. That's unacceptable, bro. I think they shitting on him like crazy. It's whack, bro. Danny Medina in the building. What's good, Danny Medina? Said, well, I don't know why this fight is not in the Garden. They shitting on him, bro. That's why I think that he didn't give that energy in the during the Josh Taylor. I wish that Teofimo Lopez went to Newark and go face to face with Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor is talking ish about Teofimo Lopez not showing up. But even Josh Taylor said, yeah, it should be in the Garden. Like, yo, my man, that shit is whack, bro. A fight of that magnitude, it's like you telling, it's like you shitting on them in front of his contemporaries, bro. It's like they devalue him right there in front of everybody. Like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy for a guy that has accomplished the way he's accomplishing and going by his. And then they say he don't know what to expect from Teofimo Lopez. Well, he said the same thing for Josh Taylor, but Bob Arum said he don't know what to expect from Teofimo Lopez. Like, yeah, by the fight, I don't even know what to expect. I don't even know what to expect from this guy. How long Teo got left for Top Rank? They signed with like a three fight deal. I think he got like 3 more fights, but I think if I got him winning versus John Cena, but if he loses this fight, I don't even know if he's gonna get like a minimum or something like that. I think they're going what he have to re-up or regroup again or something like that, rebuild or something like that. Man, I say leave, bro. I say leave, and because they don't value him like that. They don't value him like that. I'm not saying that they're a good promotional company. They do right by Shakur Stevenson. They're doing good by Devin Haney. They did right by Vasily Lomachenko. They do right by Tyson Fury. But with Teo, nah, they don't do right by that kid, bro. They don't value that kid like that. Not in my opinion. With other people, yeah, but not with Teo. With Teo, they don't value him the way they should. Yeah, he need to go dolo, man. I think that I do think that Eddie Hearn, you know what I'm saying? I know that Eddie Hearn was conflicted and giving Teofimo Lopez the props or stuff like that, but I see Teo. I think he should be in the same deal that guys like see people say they don't like the PBC, but even PBC they keep Gervonta Tan Davis active. They keep him active. I think a Teofimo Lopez and I think it'll work out good for him with PBC, in my opinion. I think so. Well, now it depends on, you know what I'm saying, but I do think that Matchroom, maybe PBC. I think I'll do right by him, man. I think I'll do right by him. or maybe you just sign with a network, man. Just sign with a network. If you could sign with a network and stuff like that, and dab your way and just have a promoters doing your stuff. I think, put it this way, I think that Teofimo Lopez could be with a small promoter, but be local, man. If I was Teofimo Lopez, I just stay in New York and I build them in New York. We have all our fights in the Garden, and then if there's a big fight to negotiate outside of the Garden, then we could do that. I'm sorry. I want Teofimo Lopez with Golden Boy. Yeah. I want Teofimo Lopez with Golden Boy. Golden Boy. That's what I want Teofimo Lopez. I want Teofimo Lopez with Oscar De La Hoya. That's what I want. Teofimo Lopez with Oscar De La Hoya, Ryan Garcia, and stuff like that, and then you could build a good fight within the stable. Yeah. And I think that Oscar De La Hoya will go out there and promote with him. I think Bernard Hopkins will promote, especially this newfound Oscar De La Hoya. It looks like he got that second win in promoting. He's out there promoting. I like that. I like the combination of Teofimo Lopez and Oscar De La Hoya. Yeah, man. And he's cool with Canelo. Maybe that could be, maybe him could go partner over with Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he could partner with Canelo. Yeah, I think this is a boxing. I can even see Teofimo Lopez partnering up with Most Valuable Promotions with Jake Paul. Because think about it. With Jake Paul and his Valuable Promotion, he takes his promotion to ESPN. Like, one thing about that, and look, I'm not saying I'm just think about what I'm saying. Jake Paul does business with ESPN, with Showtime, and The Zone. He don't have no exclusive deal, but he could take it anywhere. You have Most Valuable Promotion. I could take it in The Zone. I could take another fight with ESPN. I could take another fight with Showtime. He moves around, so I think that's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? That's a good idea, that or maybe get backup. Yeah, I think he should work with a Jake Paul, something like that. Find a new business model. I just don't think that they value him, bro. Because how are you gonna go to a negotiation in your next fight after that? Like, you just you because also you got to check. You got to worry about how you're gonna negotiate on your next fight. If you beat Josh Taylor, man, you come on, 5,000 people in the Hulu theater. Come on, man, you don't do that to them, man. Come on, man. That shit is what that's whack. That's trash. They did that to Manny Pacquiao. I think they did that to Manny Pacquiao because they thought that he was on his way out. Xander Zayas. And they got Xander Zayas to the co-main. Puerto Rican Day Parade, man. That should be in a big room, man. Hey, yo, what y'all think about it? How you like
He's
that?
not leaving that ring without some type of hurt.
Talk some more shit, man.
This man showed up with a purse. Look, man, come on now. Like, look at, man, come on now. Like, look at.
You know me?
Hell no.
Why are you gay?
Fury did it.
Gay.
Gay.
Lesbian? Homosexual? How can I describe you?
Am I gonna be in like a jail with like a lot of like ghetto people? Are they gonna like rape me or anything? Am I on like these guys to like rape me and I want to become like pregnant when I come out of jail? Or anything.
Unless you have a uterus, I don't think you're getting pregnant.
Okay, perfect. That's all that matters.
Look, man, come on now. Like, look at Mike because he's emotional. I got him already. He's done.
Yeah, man, mother. He said he gonna get pregnant. He think if he get raped, he gonna get pregnant, yo. Diablo, la gente sí son locos, mi hermano, man. Yo, man. And like I said yesterday, man. I think that Ryan Garcia is bringing out the from Gervonta Tank Davis, man. I think so, man. I hope it's gonna be a good fight, man. This fight week is gonna be incredible out there in Vegas, I guess, man. But I can't wait for the fight. I can't wait for the event. I can't wait for the fight like event, man. But man, it was a great fight with Zhang and Joe Joyce. Man, Joe Joyce couldn't get away from that left hand, man. What the hell Joe Joyce was doing? And I feel sorry for Celeste, the trainer, because he was giving him some good instructions. I did not see that coming, though. I didn't see it coming. I did not see Joe Joyce losing to Zhang, to the Big Bang. I didn't see it like that. You know what I'm saying? Closed his eye. Already his eye was getting effed up in the second round. He just couldn't get away from the left. You know what I'm saying? Singing the Beyonce. I was singing the Beyonce song. To the left, to the left, to the left. Damn, man. You're getting rocked. You getting rocked with the left hand. Like, damn. He landed 46%. 46%. Damn. But the heavyweight division, man, it just makes it a little bit more interesting now. It makes it more interesting. You know? Yo, ladies and gentlemen, go get your merch, man. Get your merch. I ain't playing around, man. Get your merch, man. Get the merch right now, man. Show support, man. You already know. Get your Canelo shirt. Get your Canelo shirt. Matter of fact, let me put the link so y'all know where to get it at, man. Let me put the link. Hold on. Let me put the link so y'all could get the shirt, man. I ain't playing around with y'all. Oh, well. Yeah, put the link, man. Yeah, man, get your shirt, man. Hold on. With the shirt.
Stop running on the treadmill every single day.
Shut up. Yeah, man, get your shirt, get your cartela. The fight is coming up, man. Get your King Nello, aka Cartelo, aka Cashinello, aka Payday, aka get the F out of here, man, and get your God first, everything second cab, God first, everything second shirt. Get your mug. Y'all already know, man. Thank Louis. Thanks, man. Hope y'all could support your boy. Cop the shirts, cop the shirt, cop the merch. You know. Yeah, man. There's the link right there. I put the link up. You plan to go to Loma Haney fight punch? Yo, D Channel was good, man. Probably, man. Probably May 20th. Probably, man. I don't think they're gonna give me an interview or nothing like that, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? I've been critical about him, but it's all right, you know. It's gonna be a good fight though. It's going and I hope that Devin Haney is gonna be entertaining. You know what? I'm predicting I think he's gonna be entertaining, man. Because I know he's gonna sit on his punches. He got to sit on his punches. I think he's been working on his body shots, and I got confident that he's gonna entertain. I got confident that Devin Haney is going to entertain, or it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better than the last fight with George Kambosos, in my opinion. I think he's gonna sustain that type of pressure he did with Linares. I think he's gonna be working the body, solo plex. I think his jab. He's gonna set everything with his jab to the body. You know, be first. You know, don't let Lomachenko find the angle. I think he got the footwork to do so, but I think that Lomachenko has the tools and the experience to timely adjust versus any type of style. And I think it's not going to be different. It's going to be different it's not going to be different with Devin Haney. I think that if Devin Haney could do more than just the jab and implement that right hand and drill that right hand to the body and stuff like that, and slow down Lomachenko and keep him like, thinking about coming in or coming through the side, coming through the, does this angle. That's what Teofimo Lopez did. He took away the angles of Lomachenko, which for Lomachenko just had to be dirty. And even though when he got in the inside, he was successful in the later rounds, in the late mid rounds, but then, in the 12th round, especially, Teofimo Lopez said, man, F this, I'm going to fight you. You ain't going to win nothing. You're not going to box. We ain't going to box. We're going to fight. And then when it turned into a fight, Teofimo Lopez got the better of them. So I'm going to tell you like this, man. If Lomachenko turns this into a fight, have we seen Devin Haney fight Has we seen Devin Haney fight to win the fight? We seen him survive. We're gonna see what Devin Haney has if Vasily Lomachenko needs to adjust to bring the fight to Devin Haney. I think that's gonna happen because one thing about Vasily Lomachenko, he adjusts in all his fights. Even though there's some success with Linares have versus him, there's success with Luke Campbell have versus him, or success with Teofimo Lopez have, we've seen Vasily Lomachenko making adjustments, and I think it's not going to be anything. And with Jermaine Ortiz, he was going to the body, and then Jermaine Ortiz stopped going to the body. Vasily Lomachenko got closer, smothered his shots and things of that nature. And then in the last 4 rounds, Vasily Lomachenko took away what was working for Jermaine Ortiz. So one thing about Vasily Lomachenko is he make timely adjustments in the fight. And I think you're going to see the same thing versus Devin Haney. If you don't see the same thing with Devin Haney, and Devin Haney has his plan B and adjusts and readjusts when Lomachenko adjusts, that's going to be a sight to see. I think there's more upsides with Devin Haney. I think he's still growing. He's getting stronger. I think he's a gym rat, so I don't think that the weight is gonna. I think he's gonna come down in weight, healthy, but it's gonna be a struggle, and I think it's gonna be a struggle for a lot of these fighters. But with Devin Haney, I think that he got a head start and to prepare for this fight. Nah, man. He's going to keep that stick in the face. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think that is going to work for a bit, but I think we say Lomachenko just got the footwork down. Lomachenko. I say this though, Lomachenko's defense been looking suspect fight after fight after fight. I could say that. Now, of course, it ain't look suspect versus Nakatani. It didn't look suspect versus Richard Comey, but he won the whole 12 with Richard Comey. And Jose Ramirez knocked down Richard Comey. Teofimo Lopez knocked down Richard Comey. Richard Comey did have some success versus, I believe, Jackson Martinez. But we're going to see, man. If Lomachenko could adjust in a timely fashion, I think it's going to be different. I think that Vasily Lomachenko is going to work. If he works on his stamina, I think he can't start slow. He's going to start off quick, and he knows, because the one thing about Devin Haney he bags up a couple of rounds. I mean, and he bags them up quick. And if you get Devin Haney to lead in rounds, you know what I'm saying? That if Lomachenko, even if Devin Haney is landing some jabs and things of that nature, if within those same rounds, if Devin Haney lands like 5 jabs and Lomachenko lands 2 power shots, Lomachenko's gonna win that round. So I think that Devin Haney gonna have to mix it up, and he's gonna have to insert his power into this fight early. You know, and I think it's better him for do it early than do it later. I think if Devin Haney shows, because Vasily Lomachenko is not going to go for it, so if he could implement his power early, like a Teofimo Lopez actually did, or Jermaine Ortiz is going to Vasily Lomachenko, he might adjust, but it may be too late. And I think if Devin Haney, when he's fresh, right, could work that jab, hit that straight right to the solar plex, hit that jab, just go to the body and start it off with the body, because that's going to take away the angle and the footwork from Lomachenko, you know, and that's what it is. I think I just don't see Devin Haney winning this with a jab. Now, if he works behind the jab but implements a lot of hooks, you know, I want to see some hooks to the body as well. I need to see a little bit more punches, because Lomachenko's going to throw enough punches. So on the punch count, for say Lomachenko could win in the punch counts, you know. I think he should, you know, Lomachenko, if he wants to break that Philly shell that Devin Haney got, and I've seen his Philly shell be broken, you got to throw some 3-punch combination, hit the hip, punch the chest of Devin Haney. You know, he's a southpaw, so you can go that straight left with the chest. See, but I think Devin Haney got the footwork too to neutralize the footwork. We're gonna have to see. It's gonna be a good fight. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to call it all, about to go to sleep. Love you, man. Everybody have a great, I hope everybody had a great Saturday. Have a great Sunday. God bless each and every one of y'all, man. This week is going to be all Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis, because it's the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. And there's a lot of, and the styles and explosive, the speed and power. I love this fight, and I love it for boxing. Y'all already know, man. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.